Good evening. A deadly fire near Ottawa's train yards is under investigation. Not only did it claim a life, it has forced several people to find somewhere else to sleep tonight. Firefighters were called to the Russell Road townhouse complex near Industrial Avenue just before 11 p.m. yesterday. CTV's Natalie Van Rooy has more on the frantic evacuation.
Flames overtake a unit in a townhouse on Russell Road in Ottawa as firefighters rush to get everyone to safety.
When I saw the flame, I was afraid because I was far asleep when my neighbor actually came to bang my door that the house is on fire. So when I opened my door, I was like everywhere. So much flame.
Tragically, one person didn't make it out.
I'm sad for the person who lost his life. Like I feel he moved just 1 week ago.
Their neighbor, Sam Izzadin, was told it was a young man who died. He says the man's roommates described it as a harrowing experience.
He was their friend who was sleeping in the living room. He just slept. He woke up with smoke inside his room. He couldn't open the door because when the fire started, the whole door, it got swollen up.
Police not identifying the person who died or confirming his age. Ottawa paramedics say 3 other adults are treated on the scene for minor injuries.
There was some extension to the adjacent row house or townhouse as well. As a result, there's a total of 10 people displaced as a result of this fire.
The Red Cross is assisting those displaced, including Jacob Tope Micheal.
The Red Cross, they did a very good job this morning. They took care of us.
The Ontario Fire Marshal's Office, Ottawa Police and Ottawa Fire are investigating the cause. Neighbours say the blaze appears to have started in the basement.
It came from the basement, but they said the shed was a lot of fire. So they don't know whether it's from the shed or the water heater, because the bottom is the water heater and the shed is on top.
Natalie Van Rooy, CTV News.
To Brockville now, where friends and family gathered to remember the 3 victims of a tragedy that has left the region stunned. Today, a memorial service was held for the mother and 2 daughters killed inside their home. Here's CTV's Katelyn Wilson.
A tribute is growing here at the Women's Memorial in Brockville in memory of Nikita, MacKayla, and their mother Louwanda, better known as Wanda. A celebration of life took place down the street at the Wesleyan Church, where the community gathered, supporting a family grappling with an unimaginable loss. In a small city shaken by tragedy, friends, family, and neighbors walking through the doors of this Brockville church, leaning on one another after 49-year-old Wanda Elliot and her 2 daughters, 17-year-old Micheal and 15-year-old Nikita, were killed inside their apartment on Cartier Court last week. On a live stream of the service, family members and loved ones remembering a mother, sisters, daughters, and friends who left a lasting impact on those around them. Speaking through his brother-in-law, their father and husband said, "I lost my partner, lover, protector, best friend. I lost 2 large parts of my entire world. Wanda, Micheal, Nikita, my world, our world. They will forever be loved, missed, pined for all eternity." Micheal remembered as creative, fierce, and independent. Loved ones say Nikita was strong, artistic, and feisty. Their mother loving and protective. She would have turned 50 this past Wednesday. And in a quiet moment by the water's edge, people stopping to pay their respects at the growing memorial, including Paige Kruzvansky speaking fondly of Nikita.
She was friends with so many people. She'd take the shirt off her back for anybody. The whole family was like that. And unfortunately, the events happened.
A 17-year-old who cannot be named under the Youth Criminal Justice Act has been charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder and assaulting a police officer.
CTV's Katelyn Wilson reporting from Brockville, and we have extended coverage of this story. Just visit our website, ctvnewsottawa.ca. Now for a first check on weather, here's Jackie Perez.
Well, it's going to be a great long weekend. We've been asking for a long sunshine. We've been asking for double-digit temperatures in the 20s, and we are likely going to get this. We've got mainly clear skies. There may be a little bit of slim chance of some scattered showers, but it's not likely. We might see a little bit of cloud cover roll in the afternoon and the early evening, but for the most part, we are having a sunshine day. 11 degrees to kick things off, warming up to about 22 degrees. You still might want that jacket, though, because we are getting wind gusts up to 40 kilometers per hour. We're going to get a look at your long-term forecast and what we can expect for Victoria Day Monday. Those temperatures looking pretty nice.
Thank you, Jackie. Construction season is kicking off in the capital, and the city held an event to highlight some of the major projects getting underway. As CTV's Peter Szperling reports, expect more traffic delays and detours.
It's beginning to look a lot like construction season. Pylons, signs, road closures, detours.
You know, Ottawa become two seasons, eh? Snow and construction.
Taxi driver Michel Mohsen has been navigating all of it for 38 years.
Traffic everywhere, but we know how to avoid it.
Yeah. Friday before the May long weekend marks the official start of construction season in Ottawa.
I hear from residents all the time that they want better roads and sidewalks. They want to see wider roads. They want to see traffic reduced, congestion reduced. So this is what we need to do. We're investing hundreds of millions of dollars in improving our traffic and road infrastructure in the city.
The city manages more than 700 different infrastructure projects each year.
And one of the projects launching, the next phase of the Bank Street widening, a multi-year project here in Findlay Creek.
This is the third year of the Bank Street upgrades. We've seen massive growth in this area, and you can't have rural road infrastructure when you have a massive urban center like we see in Findlay Creek.
There are multiple projects along Bank Street, including at Riverside Drive, where there will be more lane closures starting Tuesday.
A lot of traffic, but it's for the good.
It's nasty, dude, especially this area here.
Sales have been down, I would say drastically, like about 50%.
The Bank Street Renewal Project construction also impacting businesses like this clothing store near Heron Road.
Our customers tell us like they're not willing to take this route because of the construction. They get stuck like 40 minutes unnecessarily.
But it's not just here. Getting around anywhere in the city will probably take you longer this summer.
No pain, no gain. It's going to make Ottawa even greater.
Mohsen has some advice for drivers.
Have to be patient.
Peter Szperling, CTV News.
And if you are driving this long weekend, you're probably watching gas prices closely. Prices did drop about 4 cents overnight and are expected to go down another cent tomorrow. Gas expert Dan McTagg says an easy way to save money is to buy gas after 6 p.m. If you're heading out of town, in most cities, the price is usually a few cents cheaper in the evening. Ontario Provincial Police are reminding drivers that officers will be out in full force this long weekend. The warning comes after an Ottawa driver was caught filming themselves on their phone on the Queensway earlier this week. Police say officers will be on the lookout for distracted driving, impaired driving, aggressive driving, and improper seatbelt use. Hyrox is the latest competition craze exploding all over the world, and it's landing in Ottawa for the first time. Here's CTV's Camille Wilson.
Firefighters Danny Grant and Ryan Brissett are up for a new challenge.
It helps keep us fit. We work on the same crew, so it's good for that.
Be active, you know, mental health, something to look forward to, just to keep you going every day.
Hyrox is a fitness event unlike any other, part race, part gym class. It consists of 8 kilometers of running, but each kilometer is separated by a functional fitness station. Think burpees and lunges, farmer's carry, sled push and pull, and more. To finish, 100 wall balls that will make you weak in the knees.
We call it the World Series of Fitness Racing. It's really like a sport for people that go to the gym all the time. It's something that everybody can do. We have a 99.6% finish rate. Anyone that starts it finishes it.
More than 13,000 athletes participating.
I was really excited to do it. I missed out last time, so yeah, I had some serious FOMO. So I'm here today and excited.
Grant and Brissett driving from Oshawa and Mississauga for this event. This is their first time participating in Hyrox, and the atmosphere here is part of the draw.
We're trying to do a respectable time, have fun at the same time, but be competitive with ourselves.
I'm just here for the fun. Go out there, run, and get my heart out. That's it.
Right.
Hyrox holds events in more than 30 countries around the world. It has just recently taken hold in Canada, first with competitions in Vancouver and Toronto, and now for the first time in Ottawa.
I just wanted to challenge myself. I look to empower myself. I've seen a lot of people doing Hyrox over the last 2 years, and I was inspired, so I said this year I was going to train and give it a shot.
For Siobhan Hopkinson, it's embrace the race and then embrace some much-needed recovery.
I feel cooked. I'm done. My feet are swollen. My joints are sore. So I need to get an ice bath and a sauna and stretch. So the key is electrolytes. I should have taken a lot more electrolytes.
My dad! It's easy to push yourself here with spectators cheering. The atmosphere is electric. For some, it's just about finishing.
A good goal to work towards, and it's
going to teach my kids that we can do hard things.
For Grant and Brissette, this is just the start.
Feel good, like we could do it again. He crushed it, I crushed it.
Killed it.
We're proud that we stuck through it and kept each other going.
100%.
Camille Wilson, CTV News.
And a reminder now about the closures here in Ottawa on Victoria Day. City Hall and all client service centres will be closed. There will be no garbage or recycling collection on Monday. Pickup will be delayed a day next week. All Ottawa Public Library branches and childcare centres will be closed. OC Transpo buses and the LRT will run on a Sunday schedule on the holiday Monday. And the Ontario government is allowing malls and stores to open on Victoria Day for the first time. Several malls will be open along with most grocery stores, LCBO and beer store locations. For a full list, go to our website. Coming up, no mowing the lawn in May. We'll tell you why many people wait until the end of the month to cut their grass. On the other side of the break.
You're watching CTV News at 11:30 with Stefan Keys.
Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. It is 11 degrees outside right now. Now for a closer look at the forecast, here's Jackie.
Well, taking a look at our overnight temperatures, going down to about 9 degrees, so fairly mild for this time of year. Clear skies, that's the good news, and we will be waking up to lots of sunshine. The daytime high about 23 degrees, mainly a mix of sun and cloud for our Saturday. Now, as we look towards tonight's lows across Eastern Ontario, yeah, we are averaging between 7 and 8 degrees. Partly cloudy skies for parts of the valley and the Seaway. But tomorrow's daytime highs, you do see a little bit of those rain icons. There is a 30% chance we could see some scattered showers moving through, perhaps in Kingston, closer to this area. There could be a chance of a risk of thunderstorm, but we're keeping a close eye on this. It's not going to last very long. For the most part, our daytime highs about 22, 23 degrees will bring with it mainly sunny skies. Now, as we look towards our Sunday, another clear sunshine day with lots of blue skies. This will roll into our Monday. This is the good news. We are getting a stretch of some dry conditions. By the time Monday rolls around, 28 degrees, the anticipated daytime high. Yes, another slim chance that we could see showers rolling through our Tuesday. However, 29 degrees is the anticipated high. So we have been begging and asking for this warm weather to hit us for our May. We're likely going to get it for the later half of our May month. And Wednesday, 24 degrees is the daytime high. But Thursday, Friday, things are going to cool slightly to about 15, 17 degrees.
Thank you, Jackie. Well, with all the rain and now the warmer weather, the grass and spring flowers are starting to grow, and several municipalities, including Gatineau, will let them grow until the end of the month for No Mow May. And while it's supposed to help the bees, some wonder if it actually will. CTV's Denise Roberts has more from a town just west of Montreal.
At Parc des Éperviers, there are dandelions everywhere you look. That's because Notre-Dame de l'Île Perrot is among several municipalities in Vaudreuil-Soulanges choosing not to mow the grass until the end of May.
It's more than 70% of municipalities in the area who do that. Probably because we do have a lot of agriculture areas.
Agriculture depends on pollinators, bees and other insects that feed on wildflowers. Mayor Denis Deschênes says 5 years ago they decided to let the dandelions go to seed.
I can't wait for them to be, done and over with like everybody else. But it's not, it's not a thing that we should be cutting just because it doesn't look good enough.
That means all municipal properties are left unmowed, except for children's play areas. Deschênes says while many residents here also embrace No Mow May, others don't.
We understand that it's a choice, and we also understand that scientifically it's being challenged.
That's because the No Mow campaign has its roots in England, and dandelions aren't native to Quebec, according to plant ecologist Christy Lovett.
Dandelions in their natural environment in Europe are an important food source for native Eurasian pollinators. Over here, the type of pollen they produce actually tends to be a little bit nutritionally unbalanced.
She says bumblebees need better nutrition, especially found in wild violets that also sprout up in May. Tree pollen is another go-to source, while grass itself has little nutritional value. And it's not just bees that are hungry after winter.
Beetles are our most numerous pollinator, and then we have the hoverflies, butterflies, moths. All of these can also benefit.
Lovett says the more biodiversity you can support in your lawn, the better.
It is still beneficial to not mow your lawn in early spring, especially in urban areas where there might not be as many native wildflowers or native trees to provide other pollen sources.
Giving nature a little more time to take its course. Denise Roberts, CTV News.
This is a really good time of year to open up the grill, check out what it's been through over the winter, and give it a good wipe down.
Just ahead, we'll share some tips on how to get your grill ready for barbecue season.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
For many people, the May long weekend signals a time to fire up the barbecue until the end of the summer. But if you haven't used your grill in a while, chances are it may need a good cleaning. CTV's Pat Foran has some tips.
Jo Hill-Ross felt it was time for her family to get a new barbecue.
We've been having trouble with the igniter. It won't light.
If you're using your gas grill for the first time this weekend, you'll want to make sure it's ready for another season.
This is a really good time of year to open up the grill, check out what it's been through over the winter, and give it a good wipe down.
If you didn't give your barbecue a good cleaning when you put it away for the fall, you may have some work to do.
Maintaining your grill is about more than just keeping it looking nice. It can actually make it safer and work better too. Things like failed igniters, leaking gas line, or a clogged burner are all typically things that you can fix, but they're also a big problem if you let them go unchecked.
To check your gas line for leaks, connect the propane tank, open the valve, and use a mixture of water and dish soap on the gas line and other parts. If you see any bubbling, that could mean you have a leak. You may need a new tank or replacement hose.
Make sure spiders haven't built webs inside of it over the winter, because if they have, lighting the grill can cause those to ignite.
Next, fire it up and check the burners. Yellow or uneven flames usually means a clogged burner. Turn off the gas and try cleaning the holes with a toothpick. Once the grill has cooled, if that doesn't help, you can replace the burners. If the igniter is clicking slowly, not at all, or not lighting the grill, it may need a new battery or have corroded contacts. If repairs are starting to add up, or if there's a safety issue, you may want to consider replacing your barbecue.
A lot of things can be fixed on a grill, but generally big problems like a rusty firebox mean it might be time to get a new grill entirely.
This Napoleon gas grill aces all of Consumer Reports' tests, plus people who own it say they would recommend it to their family and friends. When cleaning your barbecue grates, don't scrub them with a wire brush. The small, sharp bristles can break off and stick to the grill racks and then to your food. If swallowed, they can cause serious harm. Pat Foran, CTV News.
In more consumer news, it has been a slow start to the year when it comes to building new homes in Ottawa. New info shows there were 875 housing starts in the city in April. That's down 39% year over year. The first 4 months of 2026 were also slower than last year. Housing starts were down 12% compared to the same period in 2025. Also, the Ontario Energy Board has pulled the plug on Hydro Ottawa's plan to increase hydro bills by as much as $6 a month. Hydro Ottawa submitted an application last year to increase distribution rates to fund upgrades to aging infrastructure and improve grid resilience. But the provincial regulator rejected the plan, saying the increase would not be reasonable and would be significantly above inflation. Just ahead, from fireworks to a frozen CN Tower, Drake takes over Toronto while celebrating his new albums. Drake dropped 3 new albums overnight, and the rapper celebrated the occasion with much fanfare in Toronto. CTV's Micheal looks at the fire and ice that lit up the city.
Toronto's most iconic landmark got an icy makeover as Drake used his hometown as a backdrop to roll out long-anticipated new music.
I'm tuned in. I'm already tuned in. One earphone's in, the other one in. Listening all day, man. We love Drake.
Following day-long speculation, hundreds gathered at the base of the CN Tower, not knowing what they were in for. This fan rushed in from the U.S.
It's going to be iconic. You already know anytime Drake does something, he does it big. He runs this city. We all came out. Drake runs this city. I just want to be here. I want to meet the guy.
The build-up for Drake's Iceman album has been extensive, from iced-out chairs at the Raptors game to the unveiling of the release date hidden inside an ice sculpture that sparked a frenzy and international attention. Culminating in this big moment, dozens of projectors creating the illusion of a tower encased in ice.
Say, bro, we love you, but all my words really...
The spectacle in the six unfolding on a live stream.
It was like...
With cameos from comedian Shane Gillis and Drake's son, Adonis. Full of scenes, the famous rapper had been spotted shooting all around the city, including the explosion that sparked backlash. The 39-year-old is one of the world's most streamed artists, has a key to the city, and with permission from City Hall, got to sport the chain of office in the mayor's office and shoot in council chambers. The city releasing a statement to assure the public a staff member was on site during production. Drake even leaving a note for the mayor that reads, "Thank you to my crowdie, Crolivia Chow," signed the Iceman.
I get a little bit emotional, you know. He's done so much for the city.
Fans overwhelmed by the experience. The White House even putting their own spin on Drake's album rollout, posting this on X. But even those who think it's all a little much were treated to a free fireworks display to cap it all off. And a midnight surprise, not one, but 3 new albums dropped. Call it a stunt, call it a spectacle. The icy rollout, certainly hard to miss.
That report from CTV's Micheal Dubé. Well, if you're spending the long weekend here in Ottawa, the Barrhaven Rib Fest and Poutine might be something you'll want to check out. The annual food festival got underway this morning at Clark Fields Park. It runs until Monday. There is, of course, delicious barbecue ribs and poutine, but also a ton of other food options. There are also family-friendly activities and live music. Admission is free, and we have a full list of Ottawa events on our website, ctvnewsottawa.ca. If you're looking for other things you can do in the city this long weekend. And if you're looking to head to a patio this long weekend, you might want to check out these 2 spots in the capital region. Arlo on Somerset Street West and Rome and Gatineau are both on Open Table's list of the 100 best outdoor dining spots in the country. The list is based on diners' reviews, reservation data, and dining metrics. When we return, marking another year of Tulip Fest, the annual springtime event about to close the 2026 edition.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, it's Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford. Take your weekend path. We've got the Bronco Sport for it.
Here's another live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. The temperature holding steady at 11 degrees this hour. And here's Jackie with a final check on the weather.
Well, it's going to be a fairly warm start to our morning, 12 degrees to kick things off, sunny skies. We've got those calm winds moving through, but it will pick up by the time the afternoon rolls around. We've got wind gusts up to 40 kilometers per hour, getting to a daytime high about 22 degrees. This will continue into our Sunday, where we will see much more sunshine and 23 degrees the daytime high. Monday, bring that sunscreen out. You will definitely need it. Sunny, 28 degrees, the anticipated daytime high.
Thank you, Jackie. Finally, for us tonight, this long weekend also marks the final weekend for the Canadian Tulip Festival. Commissioners Park at Dow's Lake is a sea of vibrant color as hundreds of thousands of blooms are on display. If you are headed down to the festival this weekend, you'll want to plan accordingly. Several road closures are in effect. Public transit or biking may be your best bet. Admission to the festival is free. And it is a beautiful sight. That is CTV News for this Friday, May 15th. CTV News continues online anytime with our digital team keeping you up to date at ctvnewsottawa.ca. You can also watch our newscast live on the CTV News app anytime. And for news on the go, listen to News Talk Radio 580 CFRA. For all of us here at CTV News, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful night and a wonderful long weekend. Stay safe.